All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody. Hopefully, you're all out of the traffic. Woody, you're back. You're good. You got out of that mess today. You're ready to go, and so are we here. We've got a lot of stuff to get to. I want to get over to the Dolphins here. I know this Tyreek thing is still a topic, and a lot of people followed up with, what's going to happen next with Tyreek and, not being a captain. And listen, I think Tyreek is on a huge mission right now that has nothing to do with meeting with a bunch of other guys and the coach every week. I'm not taking anything away from the captain position. I'm sure it's a little embarrassing he's done this to himself, and I'm sure now he realizes the guys on his team that were here last year mostly, because the young guys don't know a lot except what they've heard, but the guys that are back from last year. And he's going, okay, probably some guys in my own receiver room. My own receiver room even said, nah, you're not one of our top guys. You're not to meet with the coach and be a captain. I think Tyreek is so past that and is on this huge mission to have a big season. The big season is what keeps the salary up. I think he's on a mission. He's embarrassed about not even getting to 1,000 yards last year. I expect he's going to have, and he knows they need him. He needs them to get it going. I don't know what the relationship with he and Tua. I don't know if they're hanging out. I don't know. Tua's kind of a private guy. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he invites people over. I don't think Tyreek's worried about that. Listen, man, a lot of people we're different. As long as we play well, we don't have to hang out and go to dinner and go play golf together or anything else, to take our kids and go hang out at a park. We don't need to do that stuff. That doesn't need it. This man wants to show everybody he's one of the best players still, and his numbers did not show that last year. He's fighting right now. He's in a big fight with Father Time at 31. I just think that's it. He knows the team. I'm guessing they've said, hey, man, that if he doesn't realize how much we need him, I do. He's still on here after everything that's happened. And so I expect him to have a big year. I do. I expect, and by the way, I wanted to get right into this stuff about the team and where they stand a few days away from their first game against the Colts on the road. Daniel Jones, and a very winnable game for this Dolphins team. Great first game matchup around the board that I feel really good about for this team in this game, because the Colts have got their own issues right now. Hell, they got drama at quarterback. They got the backup quarterback now's agent saying, my guy had a great camp. Why isn't he starting? We're going to have to look into this. Really? Ain't nothing to look. Go work on another client. You apparently aren't getting the truth. So, how will the new offensive line play? That's number one for me. We got 3 new starters on the offensive line. Patrick Paul, I think, is just a matter of time, and he's going to be in that elite club. I think it's going to happen fast for him, but he takes over. He's still, for the first time in his life, going to be the starting left tackle for the Miami Dolphins in year 2. Jonah Savaiinaea is starting left guard and going to make some mistakes. He's going to make some mistakes. He's going to block the wrong guy. He's going to have bad technique. The veterans are going to work on him a little bit. They're going to pull all the tricks on him and everything else. But down the road, he's going to be one of those guys, ends up being that big old body. And that guy's got some meanness to him. He's going to be real good. James Daniels at right guard. Got brand new guards. 2 big guards. And big Patrick Paul out at left tackle to go with Brewer and Jackson. How will the new O-line play and look right off the bat? How will they play? That's my number one. That's more than the cornerback position. And that does get into the second group. Jack Jones, Storm Duck, Rasul Douglas, and Jason Marshall. Most likely will be the four guys that line up with the safeties, and I don't know, they'll play 2 and 3 safety sets back there, and Coach Weaver will do some different things. How will they play? I don't think he's going to put them in any real bad situations, but I like our matchups. This receiving core for the Colts is good. Not great, but it's good. It's got guys that make plays. And so I want to see. We got to make some plays in secondary. You can cover guys up. You can do different things. You can get a great pass rush, but you're not getting a great pass rush every. If we sit here and think that front four of rotating guys that we like, Chubb, Phillips, Judon, and Chop, they're all really good, and I think they're going to put up as a group really good numbers. I do, but they're not going to get there every time they pass rush. And so you're going to have to cover a little bit. And do we make some plays on the ball with that group? When a guy does catch it, are you at least in good position and not getting roasted? That'd be the other one. And obviously can't have any mental mistakes at this point. They just can't happen in the NFL. And then the third part. This falls back on the coaching staff, the offensive coaching staff, McDaniel, Smith, Bevel, and Slowick. All working together. We've added more guys with coordinator background. We got a ton of guys. And their job is to figure out, a little different than the run game. I'm not taking anything away from the run game. Yes, it's important. We got to have a better one than last year. We got to be better on short yardage and goal line. Yes. We got to figure a way how to get the two guys you're paying close to $60 million to on the outside, Waddle and Tyreek Hill. It's their job to figure out, besides bubble screens on the outside, get the ball out quickly and block, and we ran a ton of those last year, and their numbers showed that we ran a lot of them because the numbers were way down. Everything, yards per catch, catches, everything. We got to figure out how to get the ball down the field. And by the way, that doesn't mean, and I know that those two words I hate, too deep. I hate them. Hate hearing them. We've abused them over the last year. Our coaching staff's abused them. No more. There's ways to work around it. Everybody else is doing it. Slants, deep crossing routes. Probably a better running game helps. But there's ways. There's holes. Too deep, over the top of a corner before a safety can come over. Toole looks things off. He's really good at it. But they got to find ways to get those guys off to a good start. This thing is set up for a track meet. And we need Achane, Hill, and Waddle to be the story when this game's over, with some splash plays down the field, some 20-plus yard plays down the field. Not like last year, but the 2 years before. This falls directly on those four guys: McDaniel, Smith, Bevel, and Slowick. Outside of Mike, who's the head coach and calls the plays, the other three all have some form of coordinator in their new title. And they need to figure out how to get this thing. Slowick's seen it as a coordinator in Houston. Our guys have seen it, what didn't work last year. It's their job to figure out how we can get this thing figured out so that we can get those guys the ball. We just can't go, well, they figured us out. We couldn't throw anything down the field. We're able to throw a couple of short crossing routes. No, we have to get the ball down the field. That doesn't mean takeoffs. If they're not there, you don't force a takeoff. You don't throw into a safety. I'm not saying, start doing dumb things, but there's just ways on timing routes to get the ball. There's holes all over this Colts defense for us to have some success. That's all.